Okay, Gallatin, Tennessee, it's one of my favorite suburbs of Nashville. Not sure why I haven't covered it yet by video. I have covered a couple of neighborhoods, but not an extensive video on Gallatin. So today, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about where it's located. We're gonna talk about all the fun things to do in and around Gallatin. We're gonna talk a little bit about the housing, but really we're just gonna try to give you a good overview of the town itself, the benefits of living there, of which there are many. I think you're really gonna love it. It's worth considering. If you're thinking of moving to the Nashville area, you're gonna wanna check out Gallatin. Let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do that. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Jennifer Gramling. I'm a real estate agent here in the Nashville area, and we do a lot of things just like this. We do neighborhood tours, city tours, just try to get you more familiar with the area. If you're thinking about moving here or relocating or just doing research on the area, this is going to be a great channel for you. So be sure to subscribe. And like I said, I am an agent in the area. So if you have questions at all about moving here or relocating, be sure to reach out to me. You can call, text, however you want to get in touch with me. I have tons of people reaching out every day just like you who are moving to the area, and I absolutely love helping them. So go ahead and reach out. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Gallatin. I think you're gonna love it here. Let's talk more about it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jump on and just show you on a map where Gallatin is. It's located about 30 to 35 minutes northeast of Nashville. Okay, as you can see right here, this is gonna be Gallatin. So this is the little downtown area, and they do have a little historic downtown square, which is so cute, which we're gonna drive you through in a little bit so that you can see that and talk about some of the fun things that they do down there on that square. So Gallatin is going to be located right here, and Hendersonville is going to be right here going into Nashville. So as you can see, it's just a little bit further out than Hendersonville. If you want to be a little bit closer in, Hendersonville is right here. But the great thing about both Hendersonville and Gallatin is that they run all along the north side of Old Hickory Lake. So it shows Cumberland River on here, but this is also Old Hickory Lake. So if you're wanting to live directly on the lake, this is a great place to do that, along with Hendersonville. And then on the south side, you've got Mount Juliet and Lebanon. But there are some fantastic neighborhoods right here on the lake, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But again, if I zoom out here, it's going to take you about 30 to 35 minutes to get into downtown Nashville from Gallatin. So it's a pretty easy commute. Obviously, there can be traffic. So if you're traveling at those regular rush hour times, you can get caught up in that. So keep that in mind. But those are times just without traffic. Again, you're going to be up here. The airport's going to be down here. It's going to take you probably 30 minutes to get to the airport if you're someone who needs to commute and travel a lot. So keep that in mind as well. But this location over here is great because you're a little bit further out. It's not quite as congested as some of the areas that are a lot closer into Nashville. So if you're looking for some more rural properties and things like that, you can find those out here as well. But let's go ahead. Let's talk more about what there is to do in Gallatin. Okay, so obviously there's the lake. So we talked about that. If you are a lake enthusiast and you want to live directly on the lake, or you want to keep your boat at one of these marinas and get out and spend a lot of time out on the water, Gallatin's a great place to do that. You can obviously do all of your water sports out here. You can water ski, you can fish, you can just hang out on your pontoon boat and go swimming. You can go to the swim beaches. These are all things that you can do that are easily accessible in Gallatin, which again makes it a big draw. But there's lots of other fun things to do in Gallatin too. It's not just all about the lake life if you're not all about the boats. So there are tons of parks here in Gallatin. One of those parks being Lock 4. There's a lot of great things about this park. One of those things is the mountain biking tracks. So for those of you who love mountain biking, Lock 4 Park has one of the most popular mountain biking courses in Middle Tennessee, and it's right by the lake. This is 9 miles of well-maintained single track with several offshoots for advanced riders. Take a look at this map and you can just see all of the mountain biking trails that go in and next to the lake. This is such a cool course. If you're into mountain biking, you will absolutely love this. So you can come out here and ride this track just for fun. They also have biking events and things out here as well. They have the 6-hour challenge that happens here in October, which looks like a ton of fun. Or again, you can just go ride for fun, ride on your own, go for practice or whatever you want to do. But you can get out here on that track if you love mountain biking. And I do have several people who have asked me about mountain biking trails here in the area. So this is a great place to go and do that. Okay, so that's not all Lock 4 Park has. They also have boat ramps, swings, picnic pavilions, fishing piers and fishing areas, and they even have a model airplane landing strip. There are so many things to do here at Lock 4 Park alone that you can get out and enjoy a lot of these outdoor activities here. But there's also just tons of other parks in the area too. They've also got a skate park at Thompson Park, which is fantastic. If you or your kids like to skateboard, you can get out here to the skate park. They also have an 18-hole frisbee golf course here in Gallatin as well. So if you love frisbee golf, you can get out here and enjoy frisbee golf. And then there's also dog parks and greenways for walking and just tons of parks in general. Like I said, you're gonna have no shortage of green space out here in Gallatin. And then golf. You have tons of fantastic golf courses here in Gallatin, so if you're big into golf, this is going to be a great place for you as well. So you have the Long Hollow Golf Course, you have the Gallatin Country Club, and then you have the Tennessee Grasslands Golf and Country Club, which are located right on Old Hickory Lake. And for Tennessee Grasslands Golf and Country Club, when you join one, you belong to actually two courses. So this was the old Fairview Plantation Golf Course and the Foxland Harbor Golf Course, and now they are one big club, which is very cool. So if you join one, you have access to both golf courses and both of the country clubs, which means you also have access to both pools, fitness centers, you have cottages where guests can stay and play as an alternative to traditional lodging, and then you're gonna have 4 different dining options. So you're really getting 2 for the price of 1 here with these 2 courses, and they are just stunning. They're beautiful. They're overlooking the lake, and really beautiful neighborhoods sit on these. And if you wanna live directly on a beautiful golf course, these are some great options as well. I did do a video on one of the neighborhoods, but I do think that needs updating, so we'll probably do another video on that here soon. But yes, beautiful homes on these golf courses overlooking the lakes. This is a great place to golf, along with both Long Hollow and the Gallatin Country Club. So again, tons of options for golfing here if that's your thing. And then the last thing I'm going to mention is the downtown historic square. So that's one great thing about living in Middle Tennessee is that we have several different cities that have the cutest historic downtown squares. Gallatin is one of those cities. I do have people ask me about these because it does add a certain amount of charm to your downtown when you have one of these squares. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a drive through that and let you see this downtown square. So here you're going to have shopping, dining, coffee shops, and bars, but you also have a lot of other fun things to do down here. So as you frequently do have, we do have a farmer's market that happens down here in Gallatin, and that's going to be every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that goes from about May through September. And you can find a lot of fantastic things down here at this farmer's market. And then another really fun event is going to be Third Thursdays. So every third Thursday through that summer into fall time frame, that's the time to get down here to the square. They have live music, they have food, you can dance, let your kids dance. And it's just a really great time down here on the square. And then you've also got Main Street Festival, which is held in early October. And again, you've got vendors, food, music, children's area. It's a really fun time. And then you'll even have things like car shows down here on the square. People love their historic cars in the South, as I know they do in a lot of places, but really love them down here. So you will find some of those car shows down here too. But again, just lots of fun events popping up, and just keep an eye on what's happening down here in the square. They also used to do a music festival on the lake. I don't think they've done that the last couple of years, thanks to COVID, but hopefully that'll be coming back because that was super fun too. They did that a lot back in East Tennessee also, with bands playing on the water. It was a really fun day, so hoping those will come back soon too. And then you've also got plenty of other shopping and dining and all those kinds of options in and throughout Gallatin. But then again, you're only 30 minutes from downtown Nashville if you want to go enjoy more of that fine dining and even more live music, more things to do. You're just a really quick drive from downtown Nashville to go enjoy all of those things too. But a lot of really fun things going on here in Gallatin. You're not going to have a shortage of things to take advantage of if you're living here. Okay, and what about the cost of housing out here? Let's take a look at that. I'm going to show you some numbers. Okay, so I just pulled up some other areas just so that you can compare and get an idea of the cost to live out here in Gallatin. You are going to find that it's a lot lower than some other areas. So I pulled up just some other towns. I pulled up Franklin, Mount Juliet, and Hendersonville, and we're looking at the median home price here. So Gallatin is right at $420,000 for a median home price. Coming in right above that is Hendersonville at $495,000, Mount Juliet at $548,000, and Franklin at $825,000. And then if I go over to average, Gallatin again is the lowest at $515,000. Franklin at $995,000, Mount Juliet $581,000, and Hendersonville $544,000. So you are going to be at a much lower cost to buying your home here in Gallatin than some other areas of town. Obviously, this is not exhaustive, but these are some of the popular ones that people call me for, so definitely worth comparing. Okay, and so what might some of these houses in these price points look like? Let's take a look at that. Okay, so I just pulled these up to give you an idea. So right in that mid-price range, let's take a look at what this house here would be. So this is in a neighborhood called Westfield. This is right around $459,000, so right around that median home sale price. And you can see you can get a brand new home here with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, in a neighborhood that's going to have great amenities for right around that $459,000 price point. You can also find larger homes like this on larger lots closer to a half an acre for around $670,000. And these, of course, are just a couple of examples of homes that are on the market right now as I'm kind of scrolling through here. But you can see it's got a beautiful wooded backyard right around $670,000. And then you've got homes like this one in the beautiful Hunt Club, closer to $800,000 in a beautiful master planned community. Again, this house on almost a half an acre. You've got some great amenities in this community. And then you can be in this Fairview Plantation and Foxland Harbor and be walking distance to the lake. I did do a video just on this, so I'll link that at the end if you want to see it. But you can be in some of these condos and townhouses and some of the smaller patio homes for probably in the 600s, 700s. If you want to be directly on the water, you're going to have to be closer to 2 million, or you can be right across the lake from Fairview Plantation on this house. This is listed at 1.4. It's right on the water with its own dock and boat lift. So that just kind of gives you an idea of prices of things that are listed right now. We can take a look at this home here on Boardwalk Place, listed at almost 1.8, and you can see that it backs up sort of to the water right here. You have a water view, and then you also with this house have a dedicated boat slip located right here with that water view. So that just kind of gives you an idea of the price and home that you can get in here for that. So there's a ton of different housing options out here in Gallatin, but it is going to cost you a lot less than some other areas. If you're wanting to be directly on the lake, you can plan on a little bit over $1 million probably. You could probably buy something around 1.2 to 1.3, but with that, it's probably going to need a lot of work. So if you're looking for something that's already more updated, more modern on the lake, you're probably going to be 2 million plus, just as a ballpark. But if you have any questions at all about the housing or anything else, I'm happy to help you with that. We can get you set up on a search, help you understand the neighborhoods a little bit better. So don't be afraid to reach out if you have questions about that at all. So that's really everything about Gallatin. It has so many things going for it outside of just the lake. The lake is the big draw for me. I love lake life, being out on the boat, enjoying all that, but there's a lot of other things to enjoy out there as well. There's some fantastic neighborhoods. There's great golfing, great outdoor activities. You're close to downtown Nashville, and it's got that cute little historic downtown square. So there's really a lot to appreciate about Gallatin. Again, if you have any questions at all about this town or any other ones, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any and all of your questions. Again, you can find all my contact information in the comments. There's also a Calendly link there if you'd like to book a time to talk directly with me. You can do that there as well. We've got some other neighborhood, other city tours coming up as well, so be sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and of course, let me know in the comments if there's any other videos that you want to see. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.